I've been looking at ways that we can invest in property. The most popular is buy to let, where you buy a property on a mortgage and let it out and get rental income. Problem there is you need a lot of capital to get going, and you have to maintain the building and look after the tenants and comply with legislation, and you are taxed on the income, and there are other taxes. And as I say, the legislation is getting greater and greater, and the taxation is getting greater and greater, and you cannot claim as many expenses as you used to. So if you've got rental property established and you own a great proportion of it and have a very little loan, I think it will still work for you. But I've come up with something else. This is a type of stock market holding. It's called a REIT, and it says here a real estate investment trust provides an opportunity for investors to access and own property assets indirectly. This is without having to buy and own physical property assets directly. Now, the company who you invest in, they actually buy the companies and run them. I've done a lot of research and I've come up with a company called Tritag Big Box. Now, Tritag Big Box, they are the only listed company dedicated to investing in very large logistic warehouses, which are called big boxes in the UK, and it is committed to delivering attractive and sustainable returns for shareholders investing in and actively managing existing built investments. So it's they basically buy, build and run large warehouses for use by companies such as Amazon, Kellogg's, Marks and Spencer's, Tesco's, Morrison's, DHL, L'Oreal, TK Maxx, Wolsey, and the list goes on. Basically, they're large distribution warehouses next to primary routes, and all these companies need them, and they don't want to get involved in owning them themselves, so they rely upon companies like Tritag Big Box, who runs them for them, or gets them set up and leases to them, so they get a nice guaranteed rental income. And as I said, there's many REITs out there that specialise in different types of property, but I think at the moment with the lockdown, home shopping is becoming more and more popular. Retail distribution is getting more complicated and just in time, so warehouses are needed, and as I said, Amazon are one of them. So I've done my research on Tritag Big Box. I've used the MarketBeat site, and it says here, I will just show you the dividend. The dividend payout is, I'll just find that on here, hang on. Dividend yield is 4.17%, so for every pound you have invested, they will pay per year for just over 4 pence, and plus you've got the possibilities of the value of your investment growing. So we've looked at what they do in principle. They give a 4% yield, and all you've got to do is actually buy the shares and sit back and enjoy the income. Now, as I said, I've done my research on the company, and looking on MarketBeat, they consensus rating, price target, it has a downside of 8.9% from its current price, so they think the price may drop. But having said that, looking at the 52-week range, the price ranged from 79 pence to £1.72. But I think it says here regarding the dividends, this is the profit that is paid out to you is 4.17%, and it says here Tritax Big Box is a leading dividend payer. It pays a dividend yield of 4.59%, putting its dividend yield in the top 25% of dividend paying stocks. Dividend coverage, the dividend payout ratio of Tritax Big Box is 0.51%. The payout ratio is at a healthy, sustainable level below 75%. So there's every likelihood they'll keep paying out that dividend. So it gives you peace of mind. Then we go on to price to book value for the shares. Now, Tritax Big Box has a price to book ratio of 1.1. Ratios below 3 indicates that a company is reasonably valued with respect to its assets and liabilities. So everything looks good. And as I say, if you're looking to get into property and want to get into it immediately with very low hassle factor and not having to invest thousands to get in there, I suggest we look at this REIT Tritax Big Box, and the current price is 163.9, and yeah, at the moment I have one shareholding, and that's increased in value by 10%. So any questions about property? I'm going to sort of start following property a lot more now, but I think this is the simplest way to get into property, and probably one of the safest ways. So any questions, please send them through me. If not, I will see you next time.